shake my hand. I said, don't fucking shake my hand, motherfucker. Fucking saying I'm a cheater, that I took all the padding off Maidana's gloves. Fuck that motherfucker. He said you were a cheater? Yeah, he says I fucking took off the padding off Maidana's gloves when Maidana fought Mayweather. Wow. Fuck them motherfuckers. Fucking pussy. I said, fuck you. That's why you rather pay 1.5 million so Maidana wouldn't wear his fucking gloves on top of his purse.
Well, damn. All right, look, things got a little bit heated over here. That's Robert Garcia immediately after the Adrien Broner Mikey Garcia weigh-in. Now, look, I'll get into the weigh-in, but apparently Leonard Ellerbe came over to Mikey, or to Robert Garcia, and, you know, basically asked him about the gloves, you know. And, bro, you mentioned something about the gloves that kind of reignited this old, you know, I don't know, beef that they had going back to Maidana Mayweather. You remember the loaded gloves, okay? Mayweather paid Marcos Maidana $1.5 million. Now, think about that, $1.5 million not to wear, I think it was the Cleto Rays, I don't remember what it was, the Mexican gloves, the horsehair, I believe. And then he ended up wearing Everlast, okay? The Everlast. Yeah, he didn't want him in the puncher's glove, basically. But prior to that, you had Leonard Ellerbe accusing them of loaded gloves, tampered gloves, you know, tampering with gloves. And then again, tonight or today, Leonard Ellerbe says some dumb shit again to them. So they get in this little confrontation on stage. And basically what you just heard was Robert Garcia immediately after the weigh-in. He's pissed, you know, and I don't blame him. You know, look, here's the thing. You know, you guys know that, you know, I'm picking Adrien Broner to win. But, man, the more I think about it, I don't want him to win. Don't get me wrong. I want Mikey Garcia to win, okay? But now I really want Garcia to win because, you know, it's just like that's the thing with Adrien Broner. Like, he'll kind of redeem himself in my mind, and then he does some shit that, you know, I don't like. It's like I don't like him all over again. You know, like during the weigh-in today, this guy was like trying to hand him a glove that they got to hold up. It says Brooklyn, that kind of thing, and he just wouldn't do it. Like he's too good for that. You know, it's just things like that. And then he was like really trying to sound like Mayweather today, things like that. Then it's like I immediately go back to not liking Adrien Broner. So. But, yeah, I mean, wow, that's crazy to me that, you know, Leonard Ellerbe would say some dumb shit like that. But here's Mikey Garcia immediately after the weigh-in. This was a live Facebook deal thing that someone was doing. And he's looking really drained. But Mikey Garcia came in, I believe, at what did he come in at 139.5, I believe, right at 139, 139.5. And then Adrien Broner, 138 3/4. And then Robert Garcia, he was like, you know, why would he come in so low? Like, why, you know, that's a pound. You know, he could have had like, at least like another pound on top of, you know, that 138 3/4, which, you know, he could have. But maybe he wanted to make sure he made weight. I don't know. I mean, Robert Garcia was basically said that's bad planning on their part. But here you see Leonard Ellerbe in the red, you know, Garcia over here in the black hat with the green writing, black jacket, white stripe down the sleeve right there. And like I said, you know, they had a little tiff on stage there. And, you know, it's pretty shitty, though. Pretty shitty that, you know, they would make those kinds of accusations with basically no proof at all, you know, that Mikey Garcia would tamper with gloves or that Robert Garcia tampered with gloves, you know, with Marcos Maidana. Now, if you guys remember, I did a little documentary on the Margarito loaded glove situation, and then remember, immediately after that, well, about a year later, 8-9 months later, Antonio Margarito went and trained with Robert Garcia, and they were joking about it. Remember, they grabbed like a center block and tried to wrap his hands with a big brick, and they were like, ha, 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 you don't see what I'm doing, huh? You know, so, you know, I think that's why maybe Leonard Ellerbe and them are a little bit suspicious because they had Margarito right after that big, you know, big conspiracy went down. So that could be it, or, you know, it could just be mental warfare. You know, they're trying to shake him up a little bit. I don't know, but look, both guys seem calm. Adrien Broner, you know, he seems a little antsy, like nervous energy, like he's ready to get in there and fight. Mikey Garcia just seems like a true pro. you know, incredibly calm. And both guys look thin, look drained, but I think Mikey Garcia looks a lot thinner than Broner. Now, you know, people are saying you got to remember, you got Mikey Garcia coming up from 135. I mean, he's moved up to, what, twice, 2 times in 3 fights, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So Mikey Garcia moving up 2 or 3 times, you know, or 2 times, 3 fights. And of course, Broner went up to welter and came back down, if I remember right. But you know, I think as far as like any damage from weight, I would definitely, or any disadvantage from the weight, I would probably favor it to Broner, and the disadvantage would go to Mikey Garcia, because, you know, anytime you're coming up in weight, you know, it's never, I don't think it's ever a good thing. I mean, you know, look at Marquez Mayweather, Juan Manuel Marquez Mayweather. Just, that's a perfect example right there. Perfect example. So, but yeah, here's a picture of Mikey Garcia. These two, you know, like I said, they both look kind of thin, but I think, you know, Broner looked a little bit bigger. Now, what's up with this damn beard, though? Like, man, they need to make him shave that shit off right there. I don't like that beard. So that needs to go. That beard needs to go. And, you know, I think he purposely has it on there as a cushion because, look, it's a cushion. I mean, it'll make the glove. You can put Vaseline in it. You know, it'll make the glove, like, slip off the chin. It does give a little bit more padding. You know, even if it's only like a centimeter or 2, it helps. You know, when it gets all smashed down, there's still like a little pad there. You know, they need to make him shave that crap off. You know, maybe, you know, by tomorrow, by fight night, he will. I don't know. But yeah, here's Robert Garcia, man, just fuming, pissed off, and I don't blame him. But yeah, look right here. This was the original fight, I believe. Marcos Maidana. You see, he's got the Everlast. Mayweather's got the Grant. Okay, again, Everlast. In the rematch, and this is when, you remember that noise Mayweather made? There was like, it sounded like a woman, like he was like, you know, he bit me, and and like, here comes old Daddy Bayless. Oh, I got you, son, don't worry, we're gonna take care of that big bad Marcos Maidana. Don't worry, Mayweather. You know, I still got my Corvette out there, right? You're still gonna pay me, right? Right? Shit. You guys know I'm telling the truth. Don't act like I'm bullshitting. Don't act like I'm bullshit. Look, how the fuck are you gonna bite somebody through a glove? Come on now. You know, and then cry and scream like a little baby. You know, bullshit. And he was lacing him. If you go back prior to that, he did bite him. He bit him. Okay, he bit him. But I mean, how's it gonna hurt? Is what I'm trying to say. Yes, he did bite him. But how are you gonna scream like a little bitch? You know. But here's the gloves that Robert Garcia proposed they wear in the Mayweather-Maidana fight. I don't know if you remember, they carried them around to all the different press tours. But yeah, look, I'm going to leave my prediction right where it is. I've got Adrien Broner winning. You know, I think he's in top form. I think he's bigger. I think you know, you got Mikey Garcia, man. He's been out with that whole deal with Top Rank, like what, 2 years, I think, or it was a long time, you know. And now he's a free agent, or maybe he signed with someone on it. Honestly, I don't know. Last I heard, he was still a free agent, but I don't know. I think that ring rust, that ring absence, and moving up, it's all working against him. But then again, you know, I mean, anytime I've ever believed in Broner, I get let down. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised either way. But here's the thing. I'm kind of pulling for Mikey Garcia, but I think Broner's going to take it. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I mean, what do you think about these ridiculous claims that, you know, Team Garcia are tampering with gloves? Or they, you know, he said something like, you better not be messing with those gloves, or some shit like that to just set off this, you know, war of words is basically what happened. So, but what do you guys think? Leave your comment below.